Learn to Draw, Episode 1, The Basics. G'day, welcome to my art classes. I'm John Mason, artist and illustrator. Drawing is the fundamental building block of all art. In this series, I'm going to teach you how to draw even if you're a complete beginner, so you can enjoy the joy of expressing your creativity. Let's get started. Many people believe they can't draw because they can't even draw a straight line. Well, you don't need to draw straight lines. I believe most people were misled in primary school by teachers teaching them to represent things with icons, probably because the teacher couldn't draw. That's like having an illiterate person teaching you to write. This misleads people to draw what they know rather than what they see. Draw what you see. And I don't know about you, but that doesn't look like my house nor my family. So what basic skills will you need to be able to draw? Well, if you can write, then you already have the skills required to draw. You just need to see things differently and learn a few concepts. Plus understand the materials and tools, and then it's practice, practice, practice. Practice drawing household items. There are many things you can draw with. Charcoal, ballpoint pens, various felt tip pens in various colours. Ink, pencils, and pastels. I'm going to confine myself to lead pencils. Charcoal is way too messy for my liking, and pens are too limited, and pastels are a bit messy too. Let's get started with the humble lead pencil. As an artist, you will need to buy a small range of quality pencils. All lead pencils are filled with graphite, but there are various types. This pencil has hard graphite, so it's marked 2H. If it was marked 4H, it would be even harder. The higher the number, the harder the graphite. A hard graphite makes a lighter line, so it's good for layout. This pencil is an HB, which means the graphite is hard and black. It's the general purpose pencil, the sort you might buy at a supermarket. This pencil is a 4B, which means the graphite is black and soft. This one's really nice for drawing with, the sort that you would do most of your work with. This pencil is a 9B, which means the graphite is black and very soft. This is nice for shading. Have a look at the different results. 2H. HB. Four B. Nine B. You can see it getting darker as we move towards the 9B end. Next, you'll need paper. Choose an acid-free paper, preferably at least 150 GSM. Now, some papers have what's referred to as a tooth. This is a roughness that can provide different style to your drawings. There are also drawing boards like Bainbridge boards. These come in cold pressed with a tooth and hot pressed for a smooth finish. They're just some of the many ways to realise your artistic talents. How you sharpen your pencil changes your results and is chosen to suit different purposes. The sharpener gives a really pointy end, good for really hard, well-defined lines. But most of the time I prefer to hand sharpen with a blade. Let's say I can shape the pencil lead rather like a triangle, which gives me a pointy end for a sharp line and a shading side, and when I shade it also maintains the sharpness of the edge. I also keep another 9B shaped to be quite flat. For shading larger areas. Professional colour pencil illustrators use an electric sharpener as they need a constant pointy end to maintain intense colour. You'll also need an eraser, plastic ones are fine. You'll only use it occasionally, usually during layouts. How you hold your pencil is also important. To have proper control, hold it in this manner. I'm sorry, but your school teacher was wrong to let you have any old grip. Your grip shouldn't be tense. Hold the pencil lightly and a reasonable distance back. This allows you to make sweeping movements. For shading larger areas, you can change to this grip. A good way to start a drawing is with a thumbnail. That means a very small thumbnail size sketch in which you work out the position of the subject and the lights and darks or tonal values. Sometimes I add colour if the thumbnail is going to be for a painting to work out where the colours are going. The key to drawing is observation, the so-called artist's eye. Observe how different points on a subject align, compare the proportions of the elements in the subject, look for the slight reflected light on rounded objects, and don't hesitate to use a ruler to get started with the layout. Now we've covered the basic equipment, we're ready to start sketching. So I'm going to draw the watering can by making two ovals, one for the top, one for the bottom, a couple of straight lines to join them together, that's the main body, using a 2H pencil, just faint lines. Even the handle is a bit of an oval, and then the spout is two straight lines with an oval joining them. Next, change to a 4B pencil and start marking in where the darkest areas are. So everywhere that's dark, mark it in now, and then you're committed to where the dark areas are, the darkest areas. And then you work from the dark to the light. So I'm just going round, reinforcing everything, and then using the soft edge of the pencil, I'm just shading where the maximum spread of the shadow is going to be. Fill it all in, and then start working again from the dark. Always work from the dark to the light. Keep those blacks really black. Go up the side of the spout. That's it. And a bit underneath there to give some shape to the end of the spout. A few little details. Back to reinforcing the blacks. Bit of shape shadowing around the handle. Keep reinforcing everything, and then add a few more details with a sharper pencil. Reinforce edges. Keep going back to the subject to make sure you match. That's a little bit of detail there. Before you watch the next episode, practice observing. Test the shading abilities of the different pencil types and get that great grip relaxed on the pencil. Sketch a few things, simple household objects. It doesn't matter what you draw, so long as it resembles what you see. And it doesn't matter if others don't see what you see, so long as you enjoy creating it. I hope you will join me for the next episode to learn basic sketching techniques. Artists, we know where to draw the line.